Hey everyone, Carlos here, DataGrant CEO. Today I'm very excited to show you a new feature in DataGrant that many clients have been asking for, and it is our new Notion integration. Now, the reason this is very important is because companies are starting to use bots to make them available for employees. That way, they can ask questions about the company policies, SOPs, values, among others. Now, for those bots to be accurate, they need to be trained on the company's data. And usually, company data changes all the time, right? Like policies change all the time, SOPs change all the time. So, most of these companies are using Notion to store all of that information and easily make changes. So that's why they wanted us to have this integration so that all of that data is updated once all of these documents are updated, and that way the bots can respond accurately. So in this video, I'm going to show you a specific use case for one of our clients, which is United Roofing. And I'm just going to show you a quick step-by-step on how it is done and how we can set up a Slack bot based on all of these information. Now, use cases are diverse. In this case, is to train a bot, but you can also use the information for many other things. And I'm going to show you also how you can access that data. So the first thing is let's head to the project here. Let's go to integrations, and in here, let's select Notion Pages. In here, let's name this connection. I'm going to call it United AI September 5. Okay. And once I do that, I'm just going to log in here with Notion. And you're going to see that it's going to ask for permissions. I'm going to select here United, and then I'm going to click on Select Pages. It is very important that you select the whole workspace. So from General, right, to all of your pages. If you have something in private, you need to select that as well. But select General, and then you're going to click on Allow Access. Okay. So this is going to take a few seconds. And with that done, right, it automatically selects the account, and then I can just hit next. And with that, it's going to bring the streams that I can then select to finalize the integration. This is going to take a few seconds, hopefully, and then we can move forward. All right. So with that in mind, I can just go down here. And sorry, there's something that is blocking my view here. I'm gonna load more, and I'm just gonna select United AI and United AI files, and then add streams, and then I'm just gonna click on next in here. Then I want these to be daily. I want it at 5 a.m. Okay, and New York time. Perfect. And I'm gonna select my project and add it. Perfect. That's it. So this is running the extractions. So I have to wait for a few so that it finishes up, but it's running right there. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to head to the United Slack, right? And we created a channel that it's called AI Help Desk. Okay. So with this in mind, I'm going to go here to the United Roofing workspace. I'm going to click on Bot for Slack, and I'm going to create a new bot. Okay. So I'm going to follow these steps. I'm going to click on Add to Slack, and I'm going to change my workspace here to United Roofing. So it changed there, and I'm going to click on Allow. All right. So it's connected. Perfect. With that in mind, and actually can close this tab. With that in mind, I'm going to click on the next step. And it says within your Slack workspace in any channel or direct conversation, input the command DataGrant Jedi connect. Sorry, it's just this part. And I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it in the Slack channel that I created. So I'm just gonna go there, paste that, and I'm gonna send a message. All right, perfect. So that provides a link, and with that link, I'm gonna click it, and it's gonna generate the connection. With that in mind, Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna go back here. Okay, okay, perfect. So with that in mind, I'm just gonna go ahead and add Jedi to Slack. I'm gonna paste that, and I'm gonna send it in the channel. And it's showing me that I need to invite Datagram Jedi to that specific channel. So I'm clicking on invite them. And after I did that, I'm just gonna click next here. And after completing all the steps here, I just need to click here. And that's about it. So with that in mind, I just need to head to the United Roofing Slack. So I'm just gonna click in here. And as you can see, my Slack bot has been approved. So since it has been approved, I just need to add a different connection rule. I already created this in the past. So I'm just gonna add a new one here, and I'm just gonna select my new channel. As you can see, it's called AI Help Desk, okay? Perfect. So in this case, I really don't need any integrations for the bot to query data, right? So we have two parts. One part is the training, the other part is to query data. So this bot, I don't need it so that when somebody asks a question, like for example, how many jobs I did, or what are my commissions, we don't need this bot for that. We want just this bot to understand all the company unstructured data, have it as a training so that the bot can answer based on that. So in this case, I'm just going to select here. And the reason I'm doing this is because it says if no integration is required, simply select a project name from the project pipeline operator option. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to select a project here. Boom. I'm just going to select, actually, I'm not going to select anything here because it says just select a project name, correct? So I'm just going to select a project name. And with that in mind, I'm going to enable a custom instruction, okay? So basically what I'm going to say here is this, you are an HR bot whose job with your job, you are a United Roofing HR bot. Your job is to check your knowledge to respond to employee questions based on it. If you don't have the answer in the files provided, you need to tell this to the employee and clarify that you will now answer based on your model training, on your knowledge, on your so you are a United HR bot. Your job is to check your knowledge to respond to employee questions. Your job is to check the files uploaded. There it is. To respond to employee questions based on them. If you don't have the answer in the files provided, you need to tell these to the employee and clarify they will not answer based on the files, but instead in your original model training. If there is a link about a video in the document that in the is there is a link about a video in the document that you are responding about, please share the link of the associated videos that are related to your response. Okay, we can iterate, of course, over this instruction as we test the bot, but I think this will initially work. So I'm just going to save this, and there we have the new connection rule. Now comes the important part. We're just going to head to the training tab, and this is what I've been talking about. Okay, So I'm going to add a training here, and I'm going to select the AI help desk. And in here, we're going to select the Notion integration that I just created, which is United AI September 5. Okay. Now, with these saved, what it's going to happen is that all the documents I have in the Notion, and I'm going to switch my screen here so that you can be able to see this. So hopefully you can see my screen now. So this is basically my Notion. I'm going to switch to the United Notion. And in here, they created something that is called United AI. As you can see, it's all the documents that they have as a company for the sales department, production department, materials, etc. It's a lot of documents and a lot of information. And what I just did was first I integrated this Notion to Datagram, and then I provided this information as part of the training for the bot. Okay. So now what we need to do is to wait about 15 minutes. What's going to happen is that Datagram is going to send a message to the Slack bot so that we know that the training is ready. Okay. It hasn't happened yet. So I'm just going to pause the video for a second until I get that message in about 15 minutes. And then when I get it, I'll start the video again so that we can start interacting with the AI bot. In the meantime, I want to show you how you can access the data if you don't want to use it, for example, to train a bot, but just to process it or send it somewhere. So let me switch the screen here. And let's go back to the Datagram workspace. And in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the workspace again. I'm going to go to the project. I'm going to go to data workflows. And I created this project called Notion Check. So I'm just going to choose whatever Notion integration. And then I'm going to choose an SQL operator. It's kind of like the fastest and easier to use for me. And then I'm just going to run query. And in here, you're going to see a table with all of the data, right? So this is a sample of the data. Then you can do anything with this information. You can send it, for example, to any of our destinations. So I'm just going to pause here, wait for the Slack message, and then go on from there. Okay, we just received a message in Notion and in Slack. And take into account that if you have a lot of integrations in the workspace, in Datagram's workspace, and a lot of pipelines, etc., it can take a while. It can take about 15 to 20 minutes. So be patient on that and mindful of that. So now let's go here to Slack. As you can see, I'm in the United Roofing workspace, and you can see the help desk here. You saw how I sent the initial message to configure, and now we got the message that I was talking about, which is the settings for these channels were just updated, right? Okay, now I'm just gonna go into the Notion, and I'm gonna try to find a question from all the documents that we have here, right? So for example, for production schedule questions. So let's see. There's a Notion page in the AI in the documents that I show you in Notion, which the title is "Who to Tag in Aqualinks," right? And in that document, it says that for production schedule questions, we need to tag Joanne, right? But let's assume I don't know, and I'm going to ask the AI. So in here, what we need to do is type at and then Datagram Jedi, and then ask the question: Who should I tag for production schedule questions? And let's see what happens here. So this is going to start answering. First answer is, please be patient. I'm working at full speed. Let me put the thinking cap. So it's just going to iterate until it finds the answer and provide one. Let's see what it gives us. So let's wait a few seconds. All right. For production schedule questions, you should tag Joanna and Anastasia Samara if a matter is urgent. Do not forget replies and tags from coworkers might be completed within 24 hours. That's perfect. That's the answer I was looking for. So actually, let me stop sharing this screen because I want to show you in the Notion how that looked like, right? So I'm going to share again the entire screen here. And let me switch to the Notion. As you can see, here's the United AI. This is the page that I got into, and this is the question that I asked. And one of the cool things is that even if the answer is not correctly written or has poor grammar or whatever, the AI is going to make it better and answer accordingly. Okay, so that's basically how the Notion integration for bot training works. Again, you can use this data for anything, and you can access that data via the workflows and pipelines. But I think one of the biggest use cases is going to be the training up on bots. So hope you like this. Let us know if you have any feedback. Would love your feedback, and hope you enjoy it.